Like making music, it just like makes me feel good. Like it just feels so good when I finish a song.
When I was first starting out, I really couldn't produce. So when I did the Michael Jackson thing, I was just like, I just want to see if I can write a top line. Like that's all I wanted to do, and then I just did it.
I feel like it's just best to lock in, you know, like with a producer and like build your own sound. It kind of feels good when everybody's like, yo, where can I find the instrumental? Like, where can I find it? And you can't. I'm from Fordham Road in the Bronx. The beat is different, like the energy is different, like that's what inspired me first. And then when pop came out, I was like, nah, I gotta get on this, bro, like.
Luckily, I found a niche. I think people want to put it down to the beats I'm using. I'd say that plays into it. I also don't think it's fair to say that it's the beats I'm using because these beats have been around in reality forever and ever and ever. I put it down to my singing voice. I think a lot of people, it's quite recognizable.
I put out my first song March 2021. Then I did like the On the Radar freestyle that has some momentum and stuff.
And he feeling he know my name buzzing. From the Bronx, so I got it from nothing. I'm what they want, so I got it, it's coming. I'm in the front of the race that we running.
And then like the Munch trailer just went crazy. I started basically with my producer, we met, and like I just loved his beats. So it was just pretty easy for me to start off that. Like the beats was just too fire. We met at SUNY Purchase. It was just mad producers and artists, painters, dancers, everything like that. So everybody was mad creative, just good vibes. And we just clicked. We had like mutuals. And he was just sending me like beats over time. Cause I would like rap. Like I would just like little freestyles, little dumb. And he would just like be like, oh, you should rap, da da da, like on some serious. Cause I was already like just around. Sometimes he picks a sample, sometimes I pick them, but regardless, I co-produce with him too. So like, whatever I want to change, I change. Snare, hi-hats, drums, any pattern I want to change, I change it. I feel like it's just best to lock in, you know, like with a producer and like build your own sound. I mean, no shade, but everybody be getting beats off YouTube. So it's like, you know, it kind of feels good when everybody's like, yo, where can I find the instrumental? Like, where can I find it? And you can't, or you just gotta listen to my song.
When I was first starting out, I really couldn't produce. Like, I still can't produce something from scratch. Like, I really need something. And my interest in music has never been production anyway. It's only been top line melody writing. I can arrange for sure, and I can rearrange. There are some songs which I've had finished in the studio, and then I've been like, can I take this home and like play around with it? And then that's the version that we ended up putting up. I play piano, so maybe that's why I can pick up on certain sounds.
Oh, you should totally do it.
I was really trying to rhyme a word with lunch. And I just said munch for like the first time. I had like just made that up in the studio, so yeah. And it went crazy. And I didn't even like, you know, the song was really a throwaway for me. Like, I made it and I was like, all right, let me put that away. I wasn't too focused on it. And the people I was playing it for, like, I played it for a bunch of people and it was just like, oh, okay, cool. But then once I put the like the snippet up, it started picking up like quick.
I would love to be able to not dedicate all of my success to one app, not saying anything's wrong with that. If you go to someone that isn't necessarily on TikTok all the time and you said, oh, should I think about the rest? They'll be like, who? I hope I don't sound like I'm throwing any shade at TikTok because it's the only thing I can really put down to the success I've got now. In order to break through from an app like that, you kind of have to wean yourself off slightly, not saying completely, not like jump ship, ghost or anything like that. You just kind of have to, okay, you see me on TikTok, but now you're seeing me on Instagram. Okay, you see me on TikTok, now you're seeing me on YouTube.
I mean, even though like none of these situations is recent, I definitely been through shit myself. So like I be channeling that when I'm, you feel me, in the booth. We all had our heart broken or whatever, like it's not a good feeling. So I just like to let it out in a song. But when I talk about things, like it's usually because I'm already over it. So like I just be referencing stuff that like I could remember from before, like, cause I could still remember that feeling. It don't feel the same, but it's like I do want to talk about it. Because I know other people felt me.
London is such a great environment for me to write my particular music, I guess, because the soundscape which I kind of evolved myself in is really tied down to the UK a lot. So when I came to LA and it was really sunny and like nothing was grey and everyone was like super different to the people in London and everything, because when I'm in London I write in my bed at 3 a.m. and it's raining outside and it's just like really, it's like grey. The absence of sun genuinely does help. I don't know if that is anything to do with science or whatever, but like when I used to write my music, like the first few songs I ever made, I had to make it in the nighttime because I used to live in university accommodation and all the housemates I knew would be asleep because I just didn't want anyone to hear me sing or anything. Sometimes when you write, you just need the like visual accompaniment of just darkness and dreariness.
I don't know, it really depends on the sample or like the beat, how I'm feeling, but I love samples. I have some in the stash that isn't samples, but probably gonna keep doing samples.
More samples.
Yeah, it's hot right now.
1, okay, is it good enough? 2, what am I singing about? What am I writing about? 3, how does it fit in context of what I'm doing right now? 4, has it got a sample in it? A lot of my songs previously when I first started out used samples. Yeah. So now these days it's like, I don't want to continue with the whole sample. I want to actually create original like music now. Do I really need a sample in this track? Do I really need to do that, or can I just create an original one? That's also something that comes into my head when I'm thinking, should I release this?
Right now I'm just gonna keep releasing singles consistently, so expect that. But I'm working on a project, working towards like a little EP to drop before the end of this year. I like to have it done before I speak on things. I don't want to get people excited, you know, like we gotta do it right. You know, it's always time to evolve and like grow as an artist, so I'm not rushing to jump into another sound or rushing to do some different, like if it happens, it happens. Like I just want everything to be natural, you know? I'm not in any hurry. I know I'm here for a good time and a long time.
I'm sitting on a lot of these tracks right now, and like this whole project started this year. This whole project started in January. Right. And in my head, I was like, I think it would be nice before the end of this year to kind of just have a body of work out, to kind of have like all the songs that I've got as singles and then all of the songs that are on SoundCloud that people want out. I think it's just going to be nice to put them all in one kind of body of work. I'm telling you, you need to find a formula that works. Right. For me, it's just everything TikTok. I think consistency as well. Don't drop one song and expect that to be kind of like, okay, it's like consistency is major key.
Never be afraid of growing up and admitting to when you need to let people in. Because that was something I struggled with my whole life. And then when I let people in and I let people talk to me, that was when I really figured out that I wasn't my final form and that I had a lot of growing to do.
Naturally, I'm just like a competitive person. I really am, I'm not gonna lie. And I don't really like when people play with me. Regardless though, like I always focus on myself. Like I never rush to do because I see the next girl or the next doing. Like I'm like, all right, that's cool. They could shine. We could all shine. Like, you feel me? Everybody got their time.